Let's ask about her husband. Maybe your husband is missing?
My husband? No, he's
This
not.
little girl over there told me that you have a bad husband.
Excuse me? A bad husband? What do you mean?
Not a nice and helpful sort.
Do policemen just go around repeating what some kid off the street said?
She doesn't mean to be antagonistic, but she can't help coming off defensive.
She isn't just some kid off the street. She seems very immature for her age.
Is she now?
She dries her hands in the apron underneath her coat. Her eyes narrow.
Annette's a sweet sprout, but she doesn't know anything about marriage. Why am I even talking about
So
this?
you don't have a bad husband?
No, I don't. I have a good husband. The kind and helpful sort. And he's not missing.
He's totally missing.
So where could he be?
I don't know. At home now? Out drinking with his friends? Working?
So what I'm hearing is you really don't know where he is.
Yes, but I don't really need to know where my husband is. Not all the
Wouldn't
time.
you like to?
No.
She looks you straight in the eye. Her right foot is tapping nervously. I can totally help you find your missing husband.
Why are we still talking about this? I haven't lost my husband.
She has, though. The husband is totally lost. You should tell her that it's okay.
It's okay.
What?
It's alright to not know where your husband is. Nothing shameful in that.
Who said anything about shame? Stop talking down to me.
But he is. You can feel it. Or maybe it's something else then. The woman before you, not...
Right. Kind of repeated some of that conversation, but no problem. Okay. Pick up dice from the dice maker. I can do that in 8 hours, so tomorrow. Okay, what can I do today? I guess I could talk to the Hardy Boys again, but I don't think authority is going to work. Maybe something from my conversation with Everard could work.
There. Working class drunk. You know what this means, right?
Oh. Case solved.
Cracked it. All in a good day's work.
What did I crack exactly?
What do you mean, what did I crack? Look at how working class that drunk is.
It's her husband, the missing husband.
Yes, and you found him. Now go and tell the working class woman. Protect and serve, recruit. Didn't she repeatedly tell you her husband isn't missing her? But he is missing. You heard her. The worry in her voice.
This doesn't add up. I'm only making a fool of myself.
Do marriages make any sense? Does honor? You're not a filthy philosopher. You're an officer of law. It's time to ace this case and not brood over your reputation. We can deal with the perception management.
This is nonsense. Discard the thought.
Not honorable, recruit. Not honorable at all.
I should talk to him. It's hard, you know. It's just so hard sometimes. Okay, well... I'm trying to remember what I was thinking of doing. I was thinking of talking to Everard, I think. Oh. Is that a new person? No, it's not. I thought he was, like, with someone else all of a sudden. Okay, yeah, let's go talk to Everard. Gonna check on this shipping crate again.
You're back before the cargo container. It's drawer has not lessened since you were last here. If anything, it seems to have grown slightly.
Hey there, sugar.
The container door appears unmoved by your attempt at flattery. A tough nut to crack for sure, but the strongest containers often have the softest heart.
Come on, don't shut me out. Let me in.
The door does not respond to your advances. Is it possible that it seems somehow more closed than before?
Okay, one cheeky rhetoric check, even though this doesn't look good.
Why are you even trying to open a door with rhetoric?
Because getting physical wasn't an option.
Have I been summoned? No one needs you. Go away.
Nothing more to do here for now. Okay, just a little morale boost just in case. Oh my god, every time. There we go.
Mr. Dubois, a pleasure as always. You don't have to sit down this time, since you've already sat on that chair.
Let's talk about my lost gun.
Yes, my best men are tracking it down. Some kids saw some other kids running away with it. Some folks said a paranoid schizophrenic might have it. Leads are being checked, Harry. What's that, Harry? You're getting a little pale. Is it the words paranoid schizophrenic and lost gun in one sentence? Don't worry, it's just a lead. It'll probably turn out to be nothing.
Okay, but I can't ask you about the pawn shop thing. I can't bring that up. Okay. I guess, can we go over a few details concerning the murder again?
Most certainly, Harry. Nothing brightens my day like brainstorm. By all means, Harry.
Never mind. It looks like I don't have anything to talk to him about. I thought I might be able to talk to him about the gun after the pawn shop thing, but it looks like that's not an option. Kind of tempted to go back and talk to Joyce. Oh, come on. There we go. Let's see if the scab leader has anything to say. No, nothing new. Let me just check my list again. Yeah, I feel like all I can really do at the moment is... Because I have to wait till 9 o'clock to talk to the smoker on the balcony. Okay, Joyce, against my will, I'm back here.
Good. What can I help you with?
She's not even asking you anything. It's so easy to just say.
That money you gave me, would that make things weird if I shared information?
Weird? Oh no. One of the positive things to come from the revolution is the unhindered exchange of information, you see, even when it comes to trade secrets. Which isn't to suggest our talks constitute corporate espionage. Even if they did, it would be fine. But they don't, since you logged the money as a donation, and this is clearly just gossip.
Jesus fucking Christ. She is so...
The lieutenant might have, but I don't remember you logging anything as anything, Harry.
I don't remember logging anything as anything either. I don't really want to tell her about the envelope. But, okay, I'm just gonna do it. He asked me to deliver an envelope.
Sounds like he has you running errands, Detective. A well-established dominance ritual. Where did he have you deliver it?
To a nameless settlement down the coast.
Ah, yes. I've been meaning to go there.
She looks over the bay.
With longing. Clear and simple longing. Strange. Why does she want to go there?
You're quite fond of this village, aren't you?
I should be. In my youth, I had a brief dalliance here in Martinez. He was an old man with impossibly broad shoulders.
Excuse me.
He's probably dead by now. Even his shack is long gone. Not that it matters. These buildings are all carbon copies of one another.
So you've been to Martinez before?
Yes, I was slumming it with some girlfriends of mine. We had boats and... Don't hold it against me. My paramour certainly did not.
Sounds like you miss those times.
Not overly so. It's not like this was the only place we visited. Me and my girlfriends from Azon with our shiny boats. Like reavers. We told ourselves we were the worst thing to happen to the coast since the Coalition landed in '08. Imagine.
She tosses her head.
She's sentimental, all right. You don't know enough about her to find out why exactly. She will keep her secrets for now.
He wants to build a youth centre here for the children of Martinez.
A youth centre with Edgar Clare's statue on top of it.
Her eyes run across the water remorsefully.
Go ahead. Help him. Make it so. I have no power to stop him.
So you're sad you can't buy the place?
Yes. I'm sad I'll never have the time, Detective. I've always wanted a dilapidating fishing village.
She is more defensive about it than usual.
Full of ghosts and ancient memories. Has this errand yielded you any information?
Talk about
Of
something
course, Detective.
else.
You can always drop by later, should something come up. Now, what else can I do for you?
Okay, I guess I can't really go back and tell her about the lynching. So, yeah, maybe that's it. Okay. Maybe I made my decision earlier and I can't go back on that. Gonna check in with Kuno again, I guess, about the trash. I feel like I'm finding it a bit difficult to pass the time right now because a lot of the stuff that I need to do I can't do until tomorrow? Oh, I gotta figure out how to get up on that roof, though. Let me maybe try to do that in a second.
Fuck does Kuno care?
Let's talk about your shack again, Kuno.
The fuck do you want with it?
Okay.
Good call.
Nothing
take
new
my
there.
back.
Okay.
Stop Kuno.
Never mind. Okay. Come on, Harry. There we go. Let's try and get on the roof of the Whirling and Rags and see if I can talk to that person. Oh, I can try to talk to these guys again.
Looks like the circus left town, but the clowns are still here.
Titus does not look particularly happy to see you. Me and Everard talked. He promised you to cooperate.
Oh, so you went and talked to my mommy, and now she's making me play with you. Is that it, lawman?
And what's gonna happen if we don't? You're gonna go and tell on us?
Very mature, guys. Everard sent word, right?
Yeah, I heard him. The fuck do you think I'm doing here? You'd have your ass handed to you if it wasn't for the boss man's word. Let me state this very clearly, capo. Hello, officer. I'm Titus Hardy, and these are my boys. Hardy boys. How may we assist you?
I found 8 sets of footprints, but there's only 7 of you. Where is the 8th Hardy boy?
What are you talking about, madman? There's no 8th Hardy boy. There's 7 of us, and we're all here.
He sizes you up.
Or what? You want to be the 8th Hardy boy? We ain't hiding.
He shakes his head.
Actually, boss, we've been talking and we think she could maybe...
This person Glenn wants to hire, he really respects her. She? So there's an 8th Hardy, and it's a Hardy girl. Who might it be? Elizabeth? The gardener?
Maybe, but I don't know.
Shut the fuck up, Glenn! I do the talking here. Now what the fuck do you want, cop?
It has to be good if he won't let you pursue it.
Sorry, boss.
Okay, I want to talk about the hanging again.
Again. Just get the dead guy's autograph, since you're his biggest fan.
Good one, Titus.
Okay, nothing new there.
About fucking time.
Hold on, let me see if I have any inventory items that can affect my authority level. Certainly made a decision to have 0 authority. But, let's see if there's anything I can do to improve it. Well, there's a lot of thoughts that I can internalize to make it worse. Okay. White Morning. I think this one is new. You see yourself from above. You're passed out on the blue tiles of the hostel room floor. Even from this distance, you can see your eyelids flutter at the mention of what? A great white object, letting out its sweet smell like a lily of the valley. The little man's forgotten its name, but he still remembers the feeling. And look, he moves. The feeling animates him. He instinctively reaches out for the feeling's best friend, a bottle of Commodore Red. He puts on his disco clothes and gets smaller and smaller. The precarious world seems like the point of this game is victory. The absence of defeat on all fronts. Victory in business ventures and creative undertakings. Victory in love and over other people. Political victory, ideological victory, hell, even sexual victory. Definitely a lot of object-based victories too. Having things and not losing them. One problem though, not a lot of victors in sight. Everyone's mostly losing. Why is that? And how do you not lose? Okay. Interesting. What do I want to level up? Maybe composure or interfacing again. Yeah. What's the composure check? I've got one with Annette. And one with Renee. I've got quite a few interfacing ones though, so maybe I should do that. Thank you for the hay fever solidarity, gang. Yes, Layla is indeed here and she is purring. I'll do composure again. Let's do a couple of those checks. Let's detect something or deduce something for Annette.
Hello again, sir.
So she's cold, afraid of the curse. And I've upped my composure, so hopefully this time I should be able to get it. Composure check. Okay, I'm gonna deduce something now.
The girl keeps her hands folded, hidden. Why is that?
Hey, why do you keep your hands folded?
What do you mean, sir?
She looks wary.
She knows where this is going.
You don't need to be worried. I'm here to help.
She looks around anxiously. Her hands remain folded in front of her. She doesn't want to show them.
It's okay.
She brings out her reddened hands, her nails frayed, nearly chewed down to the flesh.
You bite your nails.
And you knew this from me keeping my hands folded?
She shoots you a suspicious glance. Yes.
Well, that proves nothing. Anyone could do an easy deduction like that.
Her eyes flash with defiance. She's not impressed.
She actually is impressed. This is more like a defensive reflex.
Oh, sorry, I realised I needed to catch up with a couple of messages in chat. Warning about the research bonus of Precarious World. Don't try to do important stuff while internalizing it. Yeah, it said that you would fail all red checks, right? So that's a bit concerning. Thanks for the heads up, Lesbian Pain. Trying to figure out my future, fun, light-hearted stuff, lol. That sounds a bit intense, Lost and Fairy, but, you know. If it's any consolation, I think I had just had a conversation with someone the other day about kind of like not having a career plan and being like relatively content with where I'm at and just going with the flow. And it was a nice conversation to have because it was just nice to talk to someone who is on a similar page with that. Because I often feel like I have a lot of conversations where people, think that I should be on some kind of a career path, and that's not what's happening with me, and I'm largely at peace with it. Okay. You think so? Fine, do better. Do something about me.
You're quite sober.
She snaps back quickly. How do you know that I'm usually not?
Because you usually aren't.
I'm also sad and my head hurts.
I'm sorry, sir. I hope things get better soon.
She looks you in the eye, a gleam of sympathy on her face.
There she stands, swaying on her feet, assaulted by the early spring breeze. She smiles at you. The whole situation suddenly feels familiar. Somehow, there's something you're missing.
Suggestion check. What are you missing here? Why does this feel familiar?
You have absolutely no idea. Familiar? How? You must have forgotten something you heard again.
Damn it. Okay, I'll come back to that later then. What were my other... composure checks with Renee. Let's go and see if we can hack it with Renee. Oh, wrong way.
Vigilance officer, what can this old carabiner do for you?
Okay, well, my chances are still pretty low on this one, but let's try again, I guess. Composure check. What is it about this old soldier that makes him stand so proud?
Still, all you see is an old soldier refusing to replace his uniform with a civilian attire.
Anything else I can assist you with, officer?
God damn it. Okay, let's try some interfacing checks then, I guess. I did want to try and get to the roof of Whirling in Rags, so I could also go back to the mirror while I'm here. I don't know if I can go up any stairs, so I'm wondering how I get up to the roof, or if that's an option at any point. Anyway, let's go to the bathroom.
A mirror hangs on the bathroom wall. In it, your face, adorned with the expression.
Okay, interfacing check. Use your chain cutters to fix the faucet. Stop steam from fogging up the mirror.
The chain cutters slip out of your
Shit.
hand as you attempt to twist the faucet into place. Well, you know one thing for sure. You've probably never been a plumber.
Well, shit.
The door is closed.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know how to get up to the roof then. I saw that there was a woman on the roof, but I don't know how you get there. Let's go onto the balcony though. Maybe... Yeah, she's right up there. How do I get up there? Well, I'm sure I'll figure it out eventually, but... yeah, there must be another way. Okay. Guess I'll just have to leave it for now. Hold on, let me talk to Elizabeth the gardener because...
I've got nothing to say to you. Why are you wasting your time?
Of some of the stuff that Everard and Titus said about her. Are you Lizzie, Elizabeth, Miss Beaufort?
I suggest not wasting time on trivial pleasantries and focusing on why you are actually here. Titus Hardy.
She points to the tall man by the table.
Even though she has excellent control over herself, something moved behind her eyes. In the way she stands. In her face.
Easy Leo told me about you. He likes to talk a lot.
You are not here to chat up the legal counsel. You are here to question these men.
Are you the Hardy girl?
I am not.
She says dryly.
You could be Liz. You could be anything. You could even be
okay, alright. Calm down, Glenn.
Even Ahmad? Glenn, I went to law school. I am an attorney.
He's right. With a face like that, she could be on the cover of Le Debutante International.
Get a grip, Glenn. She went to law school.
So fucking what? Lots of models are actually really smart people, fuckwad.
No, Glenn. They aren't.
Her tone is cold and uninvolved.
It's not her. She's not a Hardy girl. Definitely.
Okay. Interesting. I'm not sure who could be the Hardy girl. Nobody else is coming to mind at the moment. But love that they have a token woman on their team, I guess. Okay, I'm just trying to figure out what else I can do until 9 o'clock. Find a way into the secret passage in the whirling in rags. Let me see if I can figure that out, but... okay, stealing some money from the kitchen, I guess.
The man ponders his cooking utensils and gives you a little nod, acknowledging your presence.
Okay, nothing new to say.
You see a heavy steel door with a prominent dimpled lock. The cobalt blue surface feels rough to touch. Old cobalt paint, rough on the fingers. 40, 50 years since this was painted, maybe. The door does not budge.
Okay, so I still can't do anything there. There isn't anything else in the kitchen. I'm like, as much as I loathe to do it, maybe I should put some points in authority if I want to pass that authority check with the Hardy Boys. I could give it another go, but it's definitely
Looks
not going
like
to work well.
The circus left town, but the clowns are still here.
Okay, check for authority.
Establish authority, yes. Authority. Feverish thoughts race through your mind.
Okay, that's... yeah, we're gonna back out.
Did you already try the gun thing? I hear the gun thing is excellent, and as
I don't have my gun.
You're probably right. The others are only there for filler. To make the gun
Oh,
thing.
fuck. Okay, so I have to pick one of them and embarrass myself. Of course. Silly me, thinking that I could get out of that one. I need Kim and his gun here for my demonstration.
The fuck are you talking about? Gun? No one's gonna let you wave a gun around here.
Okay, I have to keep embarrassing myself. I'm the only thing keeping this town from going to hell, and you're not helping.
And what exactly is it you've been doing that's so goddamn special? Shitting yourself in front of us. Going around, harassing kids on the street. Kids who've done nothing wrong. All the while talking racist shit. Don't think we aren't watching, fascia. People here trust us. We're getting complaints.
I don't think I've said anything racist. Besides from telling Measurehead that I was going to be his race pupil because I didn't really have a choice. I feel like I've managed to avoid saying anything racist.
Of course you have. You've been calling people Kip left and right, inciting race violence.
That's just not accurate.
Kylie said they've been trying to set up a race rally, whatever the fuck that means. Trying to get the Kips out of Revershaw before the economy goes to shit.
That's a lie. There is no race rally.
Sure there is. Kylie said they're bulk purchasing confetti, ribbons too, and loudspeakers, and fireworks. Kylie works at the carnival shop, you see.
Get the fuck out of here, you racist carny. There'll be no race rally.
I'm not involved in any race rally, I promise.
What's going on? Are you racist now? Is the rally real? Please don't set up any rally. It'll make you look awful.
Wow. This is just, it's going so well with the Hardy Boys. Is there some kind of like a time passing function in this game? Because I just feel like I didn't have much to do today until 9 o'clock when I have to talk to, what's his name? Benches and books? Oh, okay. How do I do that? Hold on. I assume there's benches outside, so let me go outside. Thank you for the tip, Lesbian Pain. Bench, bench, bench. Oh, there's some benches. Can I sit on a bench?
You sit on the wind-worn wooden planks of the bench. Your feet
Think
ache.
deep thoughts. Wait 1 hour. I shall wait another hour
You
after that.
finally stop picking your nose. Time passes. You wonder how your gun is doing. Hopefully, it's okay. You're really starting to regret the poor way you handled your own sidearm.
Wow. Yeah. I can see why. Wait 15 minutes?
The twiddling barely keeps your hands warm against the frigid wind blowing from the coast. After a while, you've had enough.
Alright, there we go. 9:13. Let's go to the apartment. And talk to that guy, balcony guy, Martin Martinez. Well, let me check on the wall.
Just an ordinary wall. Nothing to see here.
Conceptualization check. Why am I looking at this wall? We got +2 for in the dimming light, some things become clearer. Oh, okay, so if you do it late at night, then that will help. And +2, Cindy's artistic impulses are infectious.
Yeah. Why? It's
Aw.
a wall. An ordinary wall.
I feel like I'm really not having good luck with a lot of these dice rolls. There he is.
Gendarmerie, you found me.
The young man on the balcony gives you a bright smile before taking another drag of his cigarette.
His slender figure is backlit by city lights, its distant streets and motorways flashing like diamonds. It feels like a Friday. He seems to be in a good mood tonight, and his shirt is still unbuttoned.
Okay. So Harry, bisexual. I got your hint, found the key right under that stone.
Beautiful.
He replies, smiling. As he looks at you, something sparkles in his eyes.
So tell me, are you here to make things right again?
That's what I'm aiming for, yes.
Beautiful.
He says again. A nearby street lamp casts shadows on his chin, drawing out the slender cheekbones.
I have some good news for you. My Sunday friend is visiting me tonight. I told him about you and he'd like to say hello. Step in. He's already waiting.
He nods towards door 28. Is it Friday tonight? It feels like Friday.
Yeah, it does feel like the end of the week. Such gentle weather. Even the rain feels nice.
By the way, I'm digging the view here. Point to the city skyline.
Mm-hmm. That's why I chose this place. Martinez is special.
He looks away, his cigarette end glowing in the dark. Why would I want to meet your friend?
Trust me, you do.
Very well, I'll talk to him, but first I want to talk to you. I have so many questions.
That's nice, but I don't have anything to tell you. It's my friend you're looking for, not me.
He takes another drag of his unfiltered cigarette and looks around. It's getting dark, and the neighboring windows have lit up, one by one.
Besides, I've got to run.
He's going to leave you alone again. That's sad. Something tells you you're never going to talk to an individual this cool or mysterious ever again.
Run where?
To the city. It's a beautiful night.
He gestures idly towards distant motorways.
A man on high heels stumbles out of a basement club, music blasting over the entire district. It's chilly, and as the chemicals hit his nervous system, 1,000 shivers ripple through his body.
Only if you promise that we'll talk again. It's important.
We'll talk. Just not tonight.
The smoker assures you, brushing his hand through the hair.
Take care, alright?
Okay. Oh, I do wish Kim was here for this, but...
And he's gone
it's
again.
Okay.
Looks like it's becoming a theme for him.
Leave. Okay, 28. Is that... this one down here? Just a door, nothing for you, right? Where's 28 then? Oh, it's just, okay, it's here. A quarterly business magazine. An old photo of the same apartment, dated year 01. Oh god, what is that? That looks like possible cultural appropriation clothing. Oh my god, stop it. +1 drama and +1 electrochemistry. Become an addict in a strange bathing robe. This sleazy, silky bathing robe in vibrant blue features a roaring dragon on its front, ready to take off into the night. A red belt has been provided for fastening. Okay, it's just a bathrobe. I thought it was going to be like a... although dragon silk robe is still giving potential cultural appropriation vibes. Oh, lol. Speaking of, it's culturally insensitive, but only for people who are not from Sale. The real Saleite probably don't care. That's... wow. So, I'm not going to do that. But I guess if the culturally insensitive clothing was sexy, I guess. Flyers for underground parties. Dishes soaked up in a pot. An empty ashtray. An exquisite canopy bed made of metal. Oh my god, is that also a culturally insensitive hat? Stop it. Samaran conical hat. This tawny cone-shaped hat looks like a beacon of Samaran wisdom, its straws sticking up like antennas. Thank God you can't really see people's reactions when they see you strolling around in this incredibly insensitive headpiece. Wow. Buckets of paint on a layer of old newspapers. Okay, well, I wasn't expecting that twink Sunday friend to be this nerd.
Officers of the Revachol Citizens Militia.
The man in business casual removes his cufflinks.
His hands are clean and well manicured. This is a man who knows the importance of appearances.
My name is Charles Vildrouin, and I am an official with the coalition government. I work for the Institute of Price Stabilité on assignment from Sur la...
Oh. That doesn't sound good.
I heard you talking to my friend outside. Very good. Super. I am here to assist you in any way possible. Ask me about the hanging.
No, first ask an innocuous personal question to get the interview off on the right foot.
Wow. Okay, our options are... Before we go on, I absolutely have to inquire about this wonderful canopy. Before we get to that, can you tell me where you got this beautiful silk robe from? We'll get to that right after you tell me the story behind the black Samaran hat. Oh my god. Tell me about the Samaran hat.
I got it from the head of the Samaran delegation on my trip to Lomantan. It's made from a special charcoal-colored bamboo. It's an emblem of the formal normalization of our diplomatic relations. That's really all I can tell you about it.
Normalization of diplomatic relations, you say? Samara normalizing relationships with the coalition. It's, I mean, the language is invoking like the normalization of relations with Israel. So the term normalization is used to describe like other countries, particularly like in the like Southwest Asia, North Africa region, like legitimizing Israel through like diplomatic relations with Israel. So like there are a lot of countries that reject normalization and refuse to have any diplomatic ties with Israel. I know that like Bangladesh and Pakistan are among those, but particularly like in the Southwest Asia and North Africa region, or the Swana region, countries like Egypt, Jordan, Saudi Arabia, other Gulf countries like Qatar and stuff like that, have been normalizing relationships with Israel through diplomatic and trade ties. So yeah, the language of normalization definitely invokes that, and considering the colonial relationship between Samara and the coalition, from what we can tell, I feel that that's possibly... Well, I don't want to read intent, but it, yeah, seems charged. Okay, so what is an official like you doing in Martinez?
The coalition is only looking out for the price stability. Inflation is a killer, like a heart disease blocking the normal circulation of the economy. It must be controlled.
Okay.
The economy impacts the entire international community, which is why it requires international oversight.
So you're some kind of bureaucrat?
Yes. As I said before, I am a commissioner from Sur-la-Clé working for the Institute of Price Stability. This is one of the main projects of the Moraline.
He glances at his watch. What is this international community?
La Communauté Internationale is what Revacholians colloquially call the coalition. In other words, the nations that stopped the disaster of the revolution.
Okay, interesting, because I remember in a previous stream we were saying, like, some people were saying that they have, like, EU or NATO vibes, like the coalition, but calling the coalition the international community also invokes the UN for me, the United Nations, which... So the United Nations emerged after the Second World War and replaced the League of Nations, which was created after the First World War. And a lot of people, particularly, I'm going to say liberals, think that the UN is kind of like a force for good or peacekeeping or whatever. But in a lot of ways, the UN is like a tool of colonialism, and it has been since its inception in the late 1940s after the Second World War. One of the kind of ways in which that's true is, like, one stark example of that is kind of through the UN's involvement in legitimizing Israeli colonialism. For example, the UN proposed the partition of Palestine and the creation of the State of Israel with its 1947 partition plan, which, you know, legitimized the creation of a settler colonial state, Israel. And the UN further legitimized Israel as a settler colonial entity with Resolution 242, which was passed in 1967 after the Six-Day War, during which Israel established its military occupation over what is now known as occupied Palestinian territories under international law. So that's military occupation of the West Bank and Gaza Strip and later East Jerusalem. And also military occupation over the Golan Heights in Syria, which Israel still has military occupation over that part of Syria, and over the Sinai region of Egypt, which that military occupation has formally ended, but Israel, like, maintains control over the Sinai, and also, you know, normalizes relationships with Egypt in a way that is fucked. So that's just the Palestinian context, but those are some examples for how, like, the UN is a tool of colonialism. There's also, like, the international aid stuff. A lot of people see international aid as an additional colonial presence, like, in the global south, and I know that I think I talked about this a bit when I was streaming The Quarry, but the thing about international aid is that it kind of, like, it's part of a tradition of a particular kind of colonialism, like, where the colonizer presents themselves as a savior. You know, so it kind of invokes, like, Christian missions in that sense. Like, the claim is that they're, you know, there to help, but actually they're a colonial presence. But more importantly, structurally speaking, what international aid does is that it kind of contributes to a continuing circular dependency, a relationship of dependency. So Western imperialist nations kind of pursue a series of policies that put global South nations into poverty, you know, and de-development through various policies like blockades, proxy wars, etc. And also kind of the poverty that many of these nations live in is due to kind of like a centuries-old kind of colonial de-development of those nations by their, like, quote-unquote former colonizers, and those colonizers continue to kind of have a colonial presence through neocolonialism, which is basically financial colonialism, and sometimes through kind of military presence. And international aid is part of that because Western nations kind of, like, they impede a lot of global South countries' independence intentionally. So, for example, the CIA is very much known to have been involved in the assassination of various democratically elected leaders in global South countries. One example is Patrice Lumumba, the former premier of the Congo, a democratically elected Pan-African leader who wanted to kind of remove Western imperial and colonial control of the Congo and kind of have the Congo control its own resources. And he was assassinated by the CIA, as have various other kind of democratically elected leaders in Global South countries, and was replaced with a Western-backed dictator who kind of enabled the continuation of imperialist control in the Congo, which is why a huge part of why the situation in the Congo and the exploitation of kind of cobalt in the Congo continues in the way that it does today. In this context, you know, Western nations, they kind of benefit from the exploitation of Global South countries, and then through international aid, they kind of get to be like, oh, we're like helping. But they kind of continue to suppress like independence and autonomy for these nations and trap them in a cycle of dependency through international aid. So many of these peoples and countries become dependent on international aid precisely because like the infrastructure for autonomous access to food, clean water, etc. has been destroyed by the colonial powers. So yeah, sorry, that was a bit of a ramble, but that's some of my kind of rant about how the UN is actually kind of a colonial presence. And this coalition, I feel potentially, again, I'm not going to make any assumptions or assign intent, but I think that him describing it as an international community is like, that's the language people use to talk about the UN, right? And about like international law and stuff like that. So it does potentially have EU or NATO vibes, but it also sounds like it has UN vibes, which is interesting. Okay. What is the price stability?
It is the most important thing.
That doesn't tell me anything.
It's the central goal of any sound monetary policy. Maintaining the price stability is essential to maintaining high levels of economic activity, which is essential for maintaining high levels of employment, which is essential for maintaining the social stability.
How does this benefit us exactly?
Take your daily bread, for example. Too much inflation, bread becomes too expensive. Too much deflation, it becomes too cheap for bakers.
What do you mean too cheap to produce? Is there such a thing as too cheap to produce?
That's why the Institute of Price Stability works to keep inflation just below 2%.
Below 2% of what?
But not too far below, no. Too below is also bad. Below, but close to 2%.
You're not answering my questions at all. Like, fucking liberal economic bros. Is there a worse kind of bro?
The coalition believes in the importance of informing the public about the benefits of the price stability. Transparency is one of our principles. Would you like an informational pamphlet?
It's just crazy because, like, inflation doesn't have to exist, you know what I mean? Like, it's all made up. It's all fucking made up. Like, the system is not inevitable. Like, inflation doesn't have to exist. Like, we don't have to, like, live in the economic system that we live in. I hate economics bros so much. Okay, give me an informational leaflet just because I'm curious for the content.
A sound monetary policy is essential for addressing uncertainty. Stability is the raison d'être of the moral interne. It's the reason why I identify as a market.
Okay. I hate you.
But oh, I don't have my leaflets on me today. That's too bad. You can always call our information line. Making information available is part of the moral intern's commitment to transparency.
I've heard about this moral intern before, but I want to know more.
It's the International Organization for Moralists, hence Moralist International. The Institute of Price Stability is just one of its many mind babies, as is the coalition.
Mind babies? Are you a moralist?
But of course.
But why?
Because moralists believe in a normal, stable world governed by democratic values.
Martinez doesn't seem very normal or stable to me.
Martinez? No. Martinez is something.
What about the rest of Revachol? Is it part of the normal world?
Revachol is generally difficult. It's led by an interim government, which means it hasn't yet achieved full democracy. But they are working towards it. You're all doing very well here, relatively speaking.
He gives you an approving nod. I don't think I'm a moralist. Moralism sounds incredibly boring. I want more action. Moralism is the ideology of foreign occupiers. Revachol must be governed by Revacholians. Democracy is a meaningless sham as long as the working class is under the boot of capital. True. It's like every time I'm talking to people, I'm choosing option D, none of the above. Is that moralism? Wow, okay, that's hilarious. Democracy is a meaningless sham as long as the working class is under the boot heel of capital. It's so funny because, I mean, I'm also, you know, the ideology of foreign occupiers is also true. But something that this reminds me of, and I think this is true in various so-called post-colonial contexts, but over the past couple of years I've been like particularly trying to learn a lot more about Ireland and like the history of colonialism in Ireland and the contemporary Irish struggle. It feels particularly like important as someone who lives in the UK, which continues to occupy the north of Ireland, to learn about that, because that's not something that we're like taught in school, and it's something that's like actively suppressed and not taught to us. And that's definitely part of like the colonial propaganda that we experience in our schooling here, to never properly be taught about Ireland and Britain's kind of colonial history in Ireland. And so, and like, I don't, you know, my family is, you know, not Irish, like I have no Irish family and didn't really have Irish friends or anything growing up, so it's never anything I learned about until like quite recently. And made a lot of like great Irish friends with good politics recently, and been on trips to the north of Ireland where I got to meet amazing people and learn about that recently over the last like couple of years. And something that like socialists and communists often say about Ireland is that, you know, the north of Ireland continues to kind of be under British occupation, right? Like, it's the term Northern Ireland is like a colonial term that legitimizes like the occupation of the north. The idea that quote unquote Northern Ireland is part of the UK, is the United Kingdom or whatever, is like, that's colonialism. That's the continuation of colonialism in the north of Ireland, and all of that is true. But also, and I think that there is a socialist Republican who said something like this. I'm not sure if I'm thinking of James Connolly, who was like one of the early 20th century kind of leaders of the Easter Revolution and such, if I remember correctly. Very happy for people to correct me on my Irish history. But it was him or someone else who said something about how the Republic of Ireland, because, you know, after the Easter Rising and the creation of the Republic of Ireland, you had a republic in the south and you had an occupied north. And it was either James Connolly or someone else who said that as long as British capitalism continues to exist and influence the governing of the republic, like until there is socialism, until you know, this is a socialist republic, Ireland continues to be occupied by like the British Empire. Which, yeah, sorry, that's just, and I think that, you know, that's kind of a description of neocolonialism and how many so-called post-colonial societies are still kind of under colonial control because they're under financial imperialism of European countries and of America. You know, the Congo is one example that I just talked about. But yes, I'm bringing this up because of how these two things are connected. Moralism is the ideology of the foreign occupiers, and democracy is a meaningless sham as long as the working class is under the boot heel of capitalism, which is to say that even if, like, Revacholians become, like, liberated from the coalition, but say they continue to have, like, a capitalist economy and system of governance, then they continue to, you know, in a way be occupied. So that's why I'm going with number 3. That was a long explanation for that, but yeah.
Ah, my friend. But the lesson of the revolution is that communism does not work.
It didn't work because the coalition crushed it violently.
Oh yes, the big bad coalition crushed the revolution. Tell me, if the revolution was succeeding, would it have been crushed so easily? Are we really so bad for wanting compromise, peace, and prosperity on reasonable, achievable terms? Ask yourself that. Now, enough of this delightful political interlude. Was there anything else you wanted to ask?
Well, I hate him. But anyway, tell me about Sur-la-Clay.
What's there to say? Sur-la-Clay is a modern, urbanized country that measures very high on the Human Development and Freedom Index.
Oh, God.
Mostly, though, it's known as the executive heart of EPIF. Moreover, it is a great sponsor of less emerged countries. Revachol is only one of its many darlings whose progress it supports and cherishes.
Wow. This is the 3rd time I've said this today, but take note, because this is what evil sounds like. What makes Revachol Sur-la-Clay's darling?
Because a great percentage of Revachol's culture hails from Sur-la-Clay. Its language, its people, its cuisine even. Or at least in the downtown La Delta area.
Right, so again, we're looking at neocolonialism, right? And also this is, I feel like they've been implying, from what I've seen so far, that this is like a settler colonial society. So I'm assuming that Sur-la-Clay is kind of the colonial metropole that is like established a settler colony in Revachol. That is what I'm getting from the information in the game so far, anyway. Okay, what are you doing here in this apartment?
Well, I'm renovating it. It is an interesting project. The building used to be a 12-story skyscraper before the cannons took the top 4 stories off. This, of course, happened when the coalition forces landed here.
It's given Quebec. It might be given Quebec. I think that there are quite a few places that the French colonized and created. There are quite a few places that the French colonized, but I'm trying to think about, like, settler colonies. Yeah, Quebec is probably a good example in a lot of ways, actually. I remember earlier thinking about, like, whether, because of the kind of archipelago thing and stuff like that, whether it was kind of invoking, like, the Caribbean, like Haiti or something like that, but especially because are the native people, I'm trying to remember if the native people here are the Seminese, because I know that there's also a country for, yeah, still trying to piece things together a little bit. I feel like at some point I should probably, like, sit down and look up or read, like, about the Disco Elysium world, just so that I have, like, a map of it in my head. But part of the reason why I haven't done that is A, because I don't want any spoilers, but also B, because I guess that it feels important to me to just play and experience the game and try to figure the things out from the information the game is giving me. So I think I'm going to stick to my guns on that for now. But it would be like having a world map or something, I think would really help me visualize some of the information. Just like a visual kind of reference.
You could say I'm undoing some of the material damage the international community caused when we arrived here.
Sorry, just reading back. I'm renovating it. It's an interesting project. The building used to be a 12-story skyscraper before the cannons took the top of the 4 stories off when the coalition landed here. Wow. Okay. Enough business. Let's talk about something else.
Whatever you wish, officer.
You actually witnessed the lynching.
I'm sorry to say I did.
The man gives a solemn nod. Is it because you did it, Mr. Vilduran?
Because I
The man scoffs.
He's clearly not a man accustomed to being spoken to in that manner, let alone to being accused of murder.
Don't jerk my chain, paper jockey. You did it, didn't you?
What's the meaning of this?
Back off, now. This man has diplomatic immunity. It serves no good to accuse him of a crime he didn't commit.
Aw, but I want to terrorize him. I'm sorry, let's start over. My nerves got the best of me there.
Well, I can certainly understand that. That hanging was a surreal play. Everything since then has been...
The man loosens his tie knot and appears to relax slightly.
I was on the balcony when it happened, getting some fresh air. I remember that first they came in, carrying what looked like a body. And then I saw all the surrounding windows go dead, one by one. That's when I understood I should not be seeing this.
Who were they? Can you describe them?
I couldn't see their faces well, and there were quite a few of them. But they were very loud and very... Martinez.
He pauses, looking for the right wording.
Let's just say that the laboring classes can get rather expressive with their profanities.
How many of them were there?
I couldn't tell you exactly. Less than 10. Maybe 8?
Were any of them huge, like 200 kilograms huge?
That's a giant you're describing. No, they were all quite human, as far as I could tell.
Did any of them look like drummers?
Drummers? Why, no. But then, I don't know what a drummer is supposed to look like.
Me neither. What happened next?
I went back inside.
So you didn't actually see the lynching happen?
Officer, the yard was pitch black. There was nothing to see, but I could still hear their voices. They were threatening to kill them.
Were they men, women?
All men, I presume. But again, I couldn't see them.
You presume. What ethnicity were they?
I believe they were mostly white, though I believe I saw 2 Aeropagites among them. And I am quite certain that one spoke with a Mesk accent.
What happened next?
Well, that's the strangest part, officer. Nothing happened. It was oddly quiet for a public lynching.
What do you mean nothing happened? They lynched a guy.
Eventually, their shouts died down, and that was all. There were no gunshots, no celebratory shouts, no anything.
Why didn't you call the RCM?
You're right, of course. That is what one is supposed to do in such circumstances. I was simply in shock. I'm afraid I don't have anything else to add.
Wow, this is kind of useless. Can you at least tell me when it happened?
All I can say is that it was late.
You didn't check your watch?
My watch? Yes, now I remember. It was 30 minutes past midnight. Give up.
Wow, okay, so he's fucking useless. So let me get this straight. You didn't actually witness the hanging itself, did you?
No, I didn't see the corpse until the following day.
Wow. Those are all my questions. Thanks for your time.
Of course. Anything I can do to assist the RCM.
Can you tell me about your friend?
Ah, my friend. My friend is a good young man. His family immigrated here from Kedra, and life has not been easy for him. But he understands the importance of education. He has taken his future into his own hands, and that's all that matters.
What's Kedra?
Kedra is a candidate member of APIS. But, between you and me, their potential membership is a more contentious.
What is EPIS? What do you mean?
That it's never going to happen. They entered negotiations in 21, and it's been pending ever since.
What's this EPIS thing you keep talking about?
EPIS is a very special program developed by the Moral Intern to support certain Occidental nations. It began as a unified system of weights and measures, which proved to be a wild success. Nothing but kilograms and centimeters as far as the eye can see.
God, yes. Sweet standardization, the backbone of rationality and commerce.
Shut up, logic.
It was such a wild success that we expanded it into an economic union for the processing of steel. Another success. And between you and me, the moral intern feels emboldened by this success. Emboldened to take EPIS to the next level.
What does it stand for?
Why, it stands for progress and stability, like the moral intern as a whole.
No, but what do the letters stand for?
It's been such a wild, extraordinary success thus far. We are very excited to begin it.
Okay, I guess we're not going to get an answer on that. You don't even hear the words I'm saying, do you?
A supranational political alliance. The United States of Occident.
Wow. Is it going to be a place like this place here?
You mean Revachol? No. It's going to have transparent.
Is Revachol going to be part of EPIS?
It's one day going to be a candidate member of EPIS, sure.
Didn't you say that candidate members never become real members?
No. Candidate members do become members. Why do we even have the whole system in place if they don't? It just takes time. Time and evaluation. But we were talking about my friend here, not politics.
How did you two even become friends?
How did any of us become friends? Bad things happening on the Insulindian Peninsula. Oil platforms ablaze in the night. Civil wars lasting for years. Finally, the international community is forced to step in.
You're describing how the coalition occupied Revachol.
One of the wonders of democracy is that everyone is allowed to have his own opinion. And not just allowed, encouraged even. Have you ever tried debate?
Just shoot yourself in the face at this point.
There's a joke here, and you know what it is.
What do you mean?
Debating. You should consider joining a debating society for adults. I hear they're oodles of fun. I used to have a flyer for one. But
maybe I changed my mind. Maybe the one thing worse than an economics bro is a debate bro.
But now that I start thinking of it, it was for an improv class anyway. It's this funny theater thing, you know? Very creative. Helps relieve stress.
A chill runs down your spine as you envision a half-dozen people in professional attire standing around a chair, awkwardly pretending to be waiting for a motor bus. It's neither funny nor creative.
You still haven't told me who he is.
Sorry, who?
The man throws a quick glance at his watch. Your friend, the smoker on the balcony. We were just talking about him.
Officer, you have to understand. I can't give you his personal information. I'm sure you have your own methods and databases, right? Please don't put me in this situation.
So all you can tell me about him is that he's here to study the arts.
He's deeply enmeshed in the study of the fine arts, yes.
Which arts?
He's a truly free spirit. He likes all the arts. Perhaps graphic design, printmaking, who knows? The world is open wide for a talented youth.
What are you doing at this apartment by yourself?
I'm just enjoying the view.
The man smiles, nodding to the window. What view? It's dark outside.
Listen.
He says, raising his hand. What? I'm not hearing anything.
The Insulindian Bay.
What about it?
This place used to be a luxury accommodation before the revolution. Apartments, of course, were much bigger then. A few walls have been added here and there, leaving some of the tenants without a private bathroom or a kitchen. But the million real view stays. You can't take that away.
He knocks on the balcony door, his face mirrored in the darkened glass. I was asking about your friend.
My friend comes and goes. I'm sure you've seen him around. He's a busy bee.
An economics debate bro who is a finance major? Yeah, you're right. That is the final boss. I had something else in mind.
I'm all ears, officer.
That's it, I guess.
A moment, officer. Do you have everything you need from me? I'm afraid we won't have the chance to speak again once you leave.
Why can't we talk later?
It's against diplomatic best practices for an official in my position to be discussing murders with local militiamen. And I'm pressed for time. After you leave, I should be leaving as well.
That's not the real reason he's so apprehensive. Men in his position shouldn't be seen loitering around in underprivileged young men's apartments in the middle of the night.
I'm not going anywhere, I just want to take a look around in this apartment.
Sure, go ahead. It's a beautiful space. Let me know if you have any further questions.
Glances at his watch. I think I've looked at everything, but... Well, that guy sucked. Clipboard and a shopping bag. Traveling around in style. Back down this way, isn't it? Nice, okay. I was getting pretty worried that I don't have any, whatever the name of the healing item is that, affects your morale.
This door has been closed with a padlock. A chalk-drawn number on the board says number 11.
Okay, this time it better fucking work. Interfacing check. Use the chain cutters to cut through the padlock.
The shackle snaps like a twig, and the lock falls to the floor with a little thud.
Finally.
It should be possible to enter now.
Well, that's good. Books of critical theory on the monstrosities of capital and such. Photos of revolutionaries posing with guns. A flamboyant poster of White Star. Real lithography. Oh, I've got another jacket. Let's see. I love clothes. Sara lounge jacket. A classic white summer jacket loved both by the Samarizian Communist Party and the accompanying subtropical drug traffickers. It fits you well, regardless of your political ambitions. Ooh, that's kind of slay. I think maybe I prefer my, like... big cloak for the time being. Partly because of the stat boosts. But that is a fashionable jacket. Hold on, I was getting a thing. There we go. Revolutionaries love to pose with their guns. They do, and for good reason.
Give me a moment.
Okay. Well, it's almost 10 o'clock, so I think I should be able to start wrapping up the day soon. I don't think I really have anything else that I want to do.
Just an ordinary war.
Today. I just felt so lonely without Kim. Okay, so tomorrow, excitingly, we're going to be able to unlock a new area of the map. We've done some cool stuff today, but I am excited to be able to do
You
that.
sit on the wind-worn wooden planks of the bench. Your feet ache. The twiddling barely keeps your hands warm against the frigid wind blowing from the coast. After a while, you've had enough.
I guess, I don't know if I'll just like go to bed without seeing Kim for a debrief. Okay, hello, it's nighttime. Let me see if I can
You see a heavy
find anything in here. Now that the cook is gone? No? I love that photo of Layla Khalid with the bullet ring made from a grenade pin. She's always slaying, it has to be said. She is always slaying. I'll check the balcony, but maybe we don't get a debrief with Kim tonight. Maybe we just see Kim in the morning. I miss him! I know we don't always get along, but that's my guy.
The bed is still cold from the broken window, and not too inviting, but it's yours. You've earned
Go
it.
to sleep.
The bed is still cold from the wind blowing in from the broken window. The mattress creaks as you close your eyes and try your hardest to fall asleep.
Here we are again, my broken bud. Waves are coming, carrying you away. But you can't go. No, you have to stay. Always half aware of yourself.
Hi, limbic system. It's been a little while.
You're not cooperating, brother man.
Why?
It's your disgusting body. Even through your sleep, you feel a vague discomfort suffusing it. Your belly and your sides are unpleasantly tender. You wish you could curl up into a fetal ball of safety. But you cannot, because of the pain.
That pain in your right side is your enlarged liver, by the way. As for your kidneys, you've really been compounding the damage lately. Every cell in your body is moaning in agony, asking, what did we ever do to you?
Okay, so my options are, I'm sorry cells, it's all me, it's all my fault, it's all the system's fault, the system failed me, this body's worthless anyway, no one does anything nice to it. So I don't want to choose the last one, really, because I feel that that's blaming other people entirely. But the first two as well, I think the first one is entirely blaming himself, and the second one is entirely blaming the system, and I think probably the truth is somewhere in the middle of all of these things. Don't really know enough to say what it is exactly, but it tends to be somewhere in the middle of all of these things. I'm sorry, cells. It's all me. It's my fault.
Now, you're finally thinking about something other than yourself. Let's see how far that'll get you.
I think I need medical attention.
Oh, yes. They'll check you out, give you some pills, make it all okay. The Wonder Makers.
Don't be stupid, Harry. It's not happening. They don't make new kidneys and livers in hospital. All you've got to do is pray to God it passes and stare at the flickering darkness.
You're just stuck here, in the half-world. Could try looking at other people, really looking. But why would you want to start doing that?
I will. I'm looking at people all the time. I like them.
Sure you do. They're all so friendly, aren't they?
At least they're interesting. Each one has a process just like yours, running in the space between their ears, full of secrets.
What do you think you're doing right now? Coming to some greater awareness? Look at all these lights, blinking in and out of existence. Thoughts! You're just pretending that you're asleep, even to yourself, while the world goes on without you.
Let it. Let it.
But it never seems to let you go, does it? Time to rise and wipe that shining sweat off as best you can. Gather your bearings. Rock and roll.
Open your eyes. Woof.